many of us this time of year, the focus is on weight loss. We touched on it a couple times during the show. If you know how you gained the weight, that's one thing. But for so many people, it's a mystery. You haven't really changed your lifestyle, but you keep gaining weight. So you try the gym and eating better, and still the pounds add up. So what could be going on? Here with the answer to that question and the solution to the problem, please welcome the founder of and CEO of Hotze Health and Wellness Center, Dr. Stephen Hotze.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yeah, right there. All right. This is one of those things where you go to your doctor and you casually mention, you know, I'm gaining weight and I'm not. They're like, are you eating well? You're like, I haven't changed my diet. Are you sure? Right? They never believe us that we haven't changed anything. But there are different things that kind of clue us into this could be a hormonal imbalance problem. You're eating the same or even going as far as eating healthy, but the weight doesn't budge.
And the reason is, as we mature, men and women, we have hormones in our body that begin to decline. And the hormone that governs our body's metabolism or our body's energy level is what? What hormone do you think?
We have some medical
Does anybody
students here.
know? What hormone? Come on. Your thyroid. The thyroid hormone. The glands in your neck, shaped like a butterfly right here in the front, and it produces thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormones enable the cells to produce and use energy. So if you have an optimal level of thyroid hormone, your body's running really good, like a Maserati or like a Corvette Stingray. It's really running along good. But if you don't get enough thyroid hormones into your cells, or you don't produce enough, then your cells tend to run sluggish. It would be like an 8-cylinder car running on 6 spark plugs. It just runs rough.
Yeah.
And its energy level isn't good. So that's what happens. So if your energy level goes down, guess what goes up?
Your
weight goes up.
Yeah.
You can eat the same amount of calories, but you don't burn them off because you don't have enough energy.
It's like a deficit. You're working into a deficit there.
And what causes that is several things. One, as we age, we produce lower levels of thyroid hormone. But in women, as they mature, they get hormonal imbalances between their female sex hormones, progesterone and estrogen. And they become,
sometimes even after having a baby. How many times have you heard women say,
how many women,
can't lose the weight?
Anybody here in the audience, after you had a baby, your metabolism changed? Anybody remember that? Sure.
She's like, yeah.
Sure. Well, that's very common, and that has to do with the hormonal imbalances that occur after pregnancy.
So I'm gaining the weight, so I exercise, and still nothing happens.
Okay, you know how many calories you can burn off by running a mile?
How many?
110 calories. How many calories? That's 1 mile. How many?
Yeah, that's not a mile.
Do you know how many calories are in a pound?
How many?
3,500. So if you run 30 miles, you can lose 1 pound of real weight. So you cannot exercise your way to weight loss.
Yeah.
You've got to get your metabolism up, and that's through balancing your hormones using natural thyroid. We always use natural rather than the synthetic. Balancing your female hormones, if you're a woman, in males, replenishing testosterone, but getting your thyroid at a good level, getting it up to an optimal level, and then changing your eating program so you make sure you're eating whole foods and not packaged foods. Like anything, I always say if it's in a package, bag, or box, or can, just stay away from it. Eat whole foods and stay away from simple carbohydrates. The breads, the pizzas, the pastas, the potatoes, the rice are all
give
starches.
Your body a fighting chance. All right, Dr. Hotze.
Those are all starches, which are sugar, and that puts fat on you. So you want to stay away from those. You want to eat vegetables.
Yeah, your body stores that. Yeah. All right, a lot of people are misdiagnosed or told they're within a range, and so they walk away thinking they don't have a thyroid problem. But others, where they catch it and say, oh, it's your thyroid, they'll prescribe synthetic
thyroid. And routinely, we've seen thousands of guests at our center, at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, that come in on synthetic thyroids. And you know what? They got all the symptoms of low thyroid. They have the fatigue, the difficulty with the weight, cold sensitivity, inability to think clearly, mood swings, joint. Yeah, and they go, it's not working. But the doctor says your blood levels are normal now. Well, your blood level can be normal, but you don't have enough thyroid in your cells. It's got to get into the cells, and if it gets into the cells, then your symptoms are going to resolve.
Yeah.
And one other thing to look at on thyroid: if you have low thyroid, you're going to have a low body temperature. Your body temperature should be 98.6. That's what God made the body to run at, 98.6. Routinely, the average woman that comes into our office, her temperature is 97.2.
Yeah. That's what I was.
That's what I was.
And that can tell you right away that there's probably a thyroid problem.
That's a thyroid problem. Because you're not producing enough energy.
So what you all prescribe instead of the synthetic thyroid is
we use natural desiccated thyroid. And we've used it in over 30,000 patients.
So your body thinks it's producing its own.
Right.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I'm a testimony on that. I had the artificial synthetic before, and I kept saying, I still feel bad. And they're like, we don't know what to tell you. Maybe we can give you some other drugs to help address the symptoms, like an antidepressant or something. And I'm like, I don't want to take all that stuff that will damage my liver. I want to know what's wrong. And so then you said, no, let's go the natural route. My body thinks it is just like producing thyroid like nobody's business. and I feel so much better because, you know, all those symptoms you described and more. Depression, super tired, just wasn't myself, always getting sick. And I was one of the kids that had like the perfect attendance, right? So that just kind of gave me my life back. Dr. Hotze, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
Dr. Hotze has written 2 books about hormones and hypothyroidism. Visit HotzeHWC.com/GDH to get your free copies today. All you have to do is pay for the shipping. And everyone in today's studio audience is going home with a copy of Hypothyroidism, Health and Happiness, so you can understand how hormones work in your body. For more information on Hotze Health and Wellness Center and to make your appointment, you can call this number, 888-473-5531, 888-473-5531, and get your life back. We'll be right back.